name is George Weiner. I'm the chief whaler of Whole Whale. This actually is a webinar educational resource that was put together by Nonprofitist for the Nonprofitist expert community. If you want the entire webinar where we share exactly things about our sales pipeline, our outreach, and our marketing mechanisms for building an agency from one person to many people, find us at nonprofit.ist and become a member. I hope you enjoy this. It's a little demotivating to start as to maybe why you shouldn't create an agency with multiple people, but stick with it. We hope you find something valuable. All right, see you out there. Moving from 1 to 2 challenges and rewards. I'm going to convince you why you should not grow your business. All right, here we go. Shit flows uphill. Quite literally, like you will get all of the client problems. If there is a client problem, even if you think someone else is managing it, when that client is frustrated, they end up in your backyard. It can be lonely and thankless, right? All of the you're doing a great job, you're taking a lot of shit. Like there's nobody else that listens to that, and nobody wants to listen to that because they're like, yeah, but you run things here. Like it just kind of sucks. People are complicated. I don't think I need to make this point, but the more people you have, the more complicated things get. You have chosen the wrong industry to make a ton of money. Like it is maybe doable, but it's not likely. So if you're here as like an entrepreneur being like, I'm going to be the next fill in the blank Fortune 500, like you have chosen poorly. I'm sorry, but Indiana Jones was right. There's also a trough of sorrow before getting to a good place. I'm going to be honest. When you have 2 people, you're going to realize like, oh my gosh, I've got a single point of failure everywhere. If this one employee leaves, I'm screwed because I can't manage the new client load I have. I need to get a 3rd employee. I need to get a 4th person. You're in a trough of sorrow until you get up to around about 5 people, depending on what your business is. So you actually started a dangerous treadmill that's going to go. There are plateaus and points to get to. I was trying to show you those different plateaus over the 2 years. There was moments where I could have chosen to stop, but you should know what you're getting into. You're just trading hours for dollars with larger stakes. What does that mean? Well, in an agency world, a client is paying for the number of hours that you provide traditionally. And so by getting more clients, you simply said, I'm going to trade more hours for dollars in this arbitrage where I make 20%, 30% on those hours, but I'm just going to do it at the next table at the casino, which is and can be stressful. And you should not grow because you have bad motivations. Here are some bad motivators. You're comparing yourself to others. You know, Janice that I went to high school with has a big company. I want this too. Like that's not going to sustain you. You want to tell people you own your own company. That's a bad motivator. You don't want a boss. That is a laughable joke because I don't care who you are. You're going to have a boss. You're going to have a largest client. You're going to have somebody report to. Everyone reports to someone else. There is nuance in that where you have a lot more authority, but that is a bad motivator. You want to work remotely. Guess what? You can get a job now pretty much anywhere, and they're going to hire you remotely. Okay. Bad motivator. You want to build and flip a huge business. Okay. I feel like I've demotivated you enough. Here's maybe why you should hire and grow. You have a vision of how the industry should be. You enjoy the spark of creating in the face of uncertainty. Working on your entity puts you in a state of flow, meaning that it is generative, it is fun, you lose track of time. There's excitement to scaling an impactful model that you see working. You enjoy and do want that freedom. And frankly, you have the potential to be time rich, which means that when you get to a certain size, you know what? The other day, my son had pink eye and the nanny got COVID and I needed to be a dad. I just had to be a dad. And that was yesterday. So look, that type of freedom is much easier when you have a company that is able to run more or less without you.